Good morning and welcome to yoga. I'm Karen and we are going to do a little bit of a stretch today. So let's begin standing and just give your shoulders a little bit of a loosening up, roll them a little bit. Remember, listen to how you feel. Everything should feel right. Nothing should hurt or aggravate a chronic condition that you live with. So just release your ankles now, pedal your feet a little bit, loosen up the ankles. And if you want to, you could be near a chair or near a wall. We're just going to pick a foot up and roll it a little bit just to loosen up the ankle a little bit more. And the same thing on the other side, just to free up any tension that might be there. I'm going to take the hands and just take the back of the hand. We're just going to loosen up the wrists a little bit. Good, and then just give your hands a little squeeze, wake them up a little bit, shake them out a little bit, and roll the wrists. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in, engage your abdominal muscles, gently reach up to the sky. And let's take a deep breath out and take a forward hinge at the hips and move the heart towards the legs. Notice how your legs are stretching, relax your neck so your gaze is inward. And just notice where you're feeling the stretch. You might be feeling it in the thighs, your calves might be stretching, your spine might be releasing a little bit. Take another breath in and out, and then come on up, reach up to the sky. Float the arms out to the side, pull the abs in and hinge forward. And one more time, just feel a little stretch in the legs. Sometimes they're tight in the morning. This is a morning stretch. If you can touch your feet or the floor or your legs, wherever it's comfortable, wherever you can just feel the release. And then roll your spine up slowly, move the shoulders back and down. And we're going to do a side stretch over to the left side, so we're opening up the right shoulder, rooting down through the right heel and stretching over to the left. So I'm going to drop my chin over to the left, but if that's uncomfortable for you, find another place. Reaching out through the left arm, feel the stretch. Another cycle or so here, breathing in and out, and then coming up and just reversing it. I'm putting a little more weight down into my left heel. I'm actually feeling a stretch in the outer hip, so you can maybe tap into that part of getting that stretched out. One more time, inhale over to the left. And connect to the breathing through the nose if you can, and one more to the right. And then coming back up when you're ready and rolling the shoulders. And let me move my ball out of the way. Just a sec. Move away. Although I love to stretch with the ball. All right, so we're going to come up back to the chair. Way. And we're going to do a stretch, walking the legs away from the chair, sending energy back through the thighs, down through the heels. I use the heels of the hands on the chair so there's no pressure in the wrists. Inhale, pick the heels up and send the heart forward. Make sure your chair isn't going anywhere. And do a few of these. This opens up the heart center, it stretches out the legs. Variation of an upward dog here with the chair. Do a couple more. Make sure your neck is relaxed. And then after you do that, as many as you need, come back to mountain pose, Tadasana, and just bring your palms together. Tuck your chin. And just take a moment, finding gratitude for all that's present here in the practice, connecting to a place of gratitude for all that's present when we're outside of the practice. And let's keep the hands together. Lift the head when you're ready and draw your arms up to the sky, stepping out wider. Comfortable stride, and then bringing the hands towards the sternum. Lift your elbows and hinge at the hips. Bow in, lift your sit bones up. Inhale, come up, reaching up to the sky. Abs are engaged gently, and do that 2 more times. So it's just a nice mindful way to stretch out the legs, feeling strong and grounded through the feet. Coming up, lengthening the sides of the body, and 1 more time. Elbows have a little lift, shoulder blades are on the back, and then we'll just return back to neutral, releasing the arms and loosening them up. So if you come over to your chair, I'm going to hold it with the left hand, cheers on the left. Let's start an outer hip stretch, lifting the leg up. Now you might want to not lift the leg up high. You don't want this to go into your low back. I'm going to take my arm and stretch it with the leg and then come out and take it back now. And that's going to stretch out the top of the thigh. And again. 1 more. You can turn your head or not, that's up to you. Feel your shoulder open and then step down. You should feel a little longer on the right side. You may or may not, it just depends, on how your body is today. We're going to try that on the other side. I do like to use the chair for this only because it adds a little more support and resistance. You can always let go if you want to. So we're just going to start with a few of these. Just feeling the stretch on the outside of the hip. You can feel your glutes. And I'm going to open up the arm. And now stretching back. And you can do this as many times as it feels right for you. Let's see if we can balance out how we feel on each side by coming back to a neutral place. And just notice how you feel. Stepping out wider, angle out the feet. Remember, we don't want anything to go into the knees. So your weight is in your heels. You're just doing mini yoga squats. Weight in the heels. If you're able to keep the balls of the feet down and lift your toes and sparkle them, that will draw energy into the legs. Goddess pose. Pulse a little bit here. And this doesn't have to be a full range of motion. Take another breath in and out. Straighten out your legs, straighten out your feet, and come forward with your arms back, palms to the sky. Move the heart towards the legs. Inhale, come up, rising star, and do that 2 more times. Each time we come up, we draw the abdominals gently in and up. And last one, unless you want to add another one, and come back and loosen up the arms. So I'm going to take a seat in the chair, so if you'll sit in your chair. And come forward in the chair and open up your hands. And we're going to press towards the earth. So you want to feel this in your legs. If your legs are a little bit wider, you're going to feel an inner thigh stretch. Pressing towards the earth, and inhale, you can lift up, pull the abs in, do that a few times. How are we doing, okay? And 1 more. And I'm going to bring the hands back behind the body, heels of the hands at the sides of the chairs. If you want to come onto your fists, you can. Then I'm going to stretch the legs out, planting the heels, and move into a heart opener. And lift the rib cage, also opens the throat. 2 of our major energy centers, chakras, and just feel that stretch that comes into your own body. Exhale and release. And then just take a forward motion that feels good. So if you want to stretch out your spine a little bit here, offer that. Whatever feels good, that's where you should be. If you have an issue, you don't have to drop the head below the heart. If you're able to do that, relax your neck completely, your jaw. And then take your arms over to the right side for a side stretch. So your hands can go wherever you need them to be. They might be on the low leg, they might be one up on the thigh, one at the foot. And then you'll come back to center. You come up and pause, and then go to the other side. You want to get both sides in. Turn around here. And then come back to seated mountain pose. And I'll come a little bit further in the chair. And we're going to do a little hip stretch. When you take your leg, you want it off the chair. Be mindful that your kneecap is going straight down. And I have the toes curled for this. So notice where you're feeling the stretch. The alignment is pretty neutral. The spine does not change here at all. And then when you feel like you've done enough of those, we're going to stand up. How did those go, okay? Excellent, good, good to know. Okay, seat of the chair. We're going to put our forearms on the chair. And if that's uncomfortable, you can stack yoga blocks, one for each forearm. And when you move your upper body towards your chair, you want to feel your back engaging. So try not to pull your shoulders forward. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. You're strengthening your back. So I'm just going to bring the forearms down, walking away, and I'm going to pick up the right leg. And then I'm going to send a little more weight back into the left heel to feel the stretch in the left leg. And flexing the right foot, feel the extension of energy. Your gaze is inward, make sure your neck is happy. And then bend your knee and lower your leg down, ball the foot first, and then come up and stand. We're going to repeat that on the same side and then do the other leg. It should start to release the hip a little bit and also bring some strength into the upper back. You're picking up the leg, and again, listen to your body. Now, if you want to add an extra stretch here, you can plant your palms gently on your chair, and you can lift up on your right arm. If there's a shoulder issue, you can bend your arm behind you. Take a breath in and out. We're going to come back to neutral. Bend the knee and step the foot down and come up. So that was just an option. How'd it go? All right, we'll do a couple on the other side. So like everything, it's optional. If you're using the blocks for this, I'll do this one with blocks. 2 blocks are on the left side, they go on the chair seat. I mean, no need to suffer. And then the forearms come down, and then we walk back. Heart softens here, we pick up the left leg. And then we send back. So what you want to try and do when you come out of the pose is to have a sense of your hip right over your heel, your ankle. And if it's too intense, of course, you'll have to soften the knee. So you're just going to come back, you're going to lift up the leg. And then if you want to come out of the pose and do a little balancing, you can lift up and open up the shoulder and come out. and come down. Let's do a little hip rotation. Oops. And a circle. And then add a little twisting motion. Gentle, less is more. You can turn the head with or opposite. I'm picking up a heel, going side to side. And then let's come into a warrior one. Right leg forward, left leg back. Hips are square. And we're just going to bring the arms out into T. Feel the stretch between the shoulders. Pull your abdominals in gently. Send the heart forward. Take the arms back, palms to the sky. Tuck the chin if you can. Lower the arms on the inhale and bring them up, shoulder width apart. 2 more. Reaching out, hinging forward, taking them back. And coming up. And 1 more, and then we'll do the other side. 3 on the other side as well. Feel grounded through the legs, through the feet, strong in the legs. When you finish, you're just going to come back to center, and then left leg forward, right leg back. Go arms into T, shoulders are relaxed. Send the heart forward, take the arms back. Palms are up, lower the arms, inhale up. Feel nice and long on the side. And 2 more. And reach. And 1 more. And release, and then bring your feet back together. How'd that go, ladies? Okay? Good. Let's finish with a few sun salutations. You can bring your feet a comfortable distance apart. Your big toes can touch, your heels can be a little bit wider. You can separate your feet, opening up the arms comfortably, engaging your abdominal area, reaching up in a comfortable way. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold, hands where they reach. Lift and lengthen the spine. Bow your heart on an exhale. Inhale, come up, feel the buoyancy, exhale to the heart. 2 more. Breathe in. The sun is shining today, it's beautiful. Lift and lengthen the spine. Bow in, try to move from the inside, coming up. So as you engage gently, lifting in and up through your abdominal area, that will help you move from the inside. Lift and lengthen, bow in, and come up, and heart center. Last but not least, just stretch towards your right leg. Relax. And let's do the other side. Any stride that you like. Hips are square. Gaze is down. I'm looking at the screen so I can see you. And then come on up and come back to center. Let's close with Anjali Mudra as we bring the palms together in front of the heart center. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.